lots of thoughts trying to come out at the same time. But,
Trump's shocking tariff U-turn again. Watch till the end of the video where we shall talk about it in even more depth.
Has the president fully made up his mind on the level of tariffs to impose tomorrow? We keep hearing about a 20% flat rate.
The president said last night he has made a decision and a determination. I was with him in the Oval Office earlier, and he is going to announce that decision tomorrow. I don't want to get ahead of the president. This is obviously a very big day. He's with his trade and tariff team right now, perfecting it to make sure this is a perfect deal for the American people and the American worker, and you will all find out in about 24 hours from now.
They are very confident that this is all going to work. But what if they're wrong?
They're not going to be wrong. It is going to work. And the president has a brilliant team of advisors who have been studying these issues for decades. And we are focused on restoring the golden age of America and making America a manufacturing superpower. And again, Peter, I would point you to the investments that have already trickled into this country. And the president hasn't even made his tariff announcement yet tomorrow. There have been billions of dollars in private investments from around the world pouring into American communities. What does that look like for those watching at home, for the people you mentioned, worried about their own economic circumstances? It means more jobs in your communities, which means more money, more investments, more money in your...
So according to Donald Trump and those around him, if you had missed it, by the way, the whole point of his tariff policy was to target countries that, in his view, have an unfair trade advantage over the US. The idea was to punish rivals, not friends. But in case you've missed it, he's completely chucked all that out of the window. Trump told reporters aboard the Air Force One that actually every country would be affected, and initially the tariffs were framed as a way to go after other countries Trump claimed were ripping off America, like China or the EU member states. But now he's proposing to hit all trading partners and maybe lift tariffs on a case-by-case basis, depending on who comes crawling back. You see, it's going to do damage to the American economy, and this is why. You see, businesses in the US had been working under the assumption that tariffs would hit specific countries, so they adjusted, sourcing goods from other places to avoid these tariffs. But if Trump imposes tariffs on all imports, then there's nowhere to turn. That drives up costs across the board, and Trump doesn't realise this. Jobs will be lost, inflation will spike, and it couldn't come at a worse time when many Americans are already struggling to pay for basics like food, fuel and housing. And let's not forget the diplomatic fallout. If you're punishing people like Canada, Germany or Japan, how do you expect them to work with you? Although, may I add, they still will, because they'll always need the US. You're just pushing them closer to China and the EU. Trump's rhetoric is already fraying those relationships. Worse still, even the threat of tariffs, even the threat of them, creates massive uncertainty. Even if he doesn't follow through, businesses are now spooked. He's created uncertainty. They can't plan. They don't know if their supply chains will be taxed into oblivion next week, because that's the kind of man Donald Trump is. And all of this is a complete early reminiscence of the lead up to the Great Recession, trade wars, economic instability, markets tanking. We shouldn't ignore it. And Trump thinks he's playing hardball, but in reality he's risking a full-blown economic crisis, one that could hurt American workers the most. But let me know what you think in the comments. I've been Jake from Just Jake. As always, subscribe to the channel, follow the Facebook page, and I'll see you next time.
Good day, sir!
You actually made it to the end of the video. If you would like to subscribe to the channel, which, why haven't you already, is somewhere over there. And also, if you want to watch more videos, also check out over there. I've been Jake from Just Jake. See you later.